Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Petal Talk podcast. I am your host, Allison, and today we have a very special friend on, Mel. She's going to share a little bit more about her story and all of the details in her career. But I do want to point out really quickly before I let you give yourself a bit of an intro.
Hi, welcome to Petal Talk, where skincare meets soul care.
How we even know each other, which I think is so funny. So the owners, if you guys didn't know, I know that we've had Jenna and Ryan on many, many times. I love Ryan. I love Ryan with my whole heart. Ryan is a bit of a diva. Okay. And Ryan is a really big fan of Starbucks, coffee, poppies, like all of these really niche, routines and drinks and like getting them at a certain time. And you guys met because he frequents your store. He frequents your Starbucks.
Yes, he does.
And he's crazy. Do you remember the first time you ever met him?
No. So it's funny because a lot of people that we see, I remember their orders before I know like their names.
Sure.
And then when we get conversations with these guests, I'm like, wow, they're so nice. I'm like, I feel so bad. I don't know their name.
Yeah, right.
So then we found out their name, and then their daughter's beautiful.
I know, she's
so
the best.
that we were always obsessed with the baby.
Yeah,
so that it just became natural.
Yeah.
And then I thought he was a tattoo artist when I first
No, you'd think, right? I'm like, he's pretty hard to forget.
Yeah.
Extremely tattooed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, he has to be like some tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And then me and my other coworker were like, you know, let's ask. And I was like, okay, I'll ask. Like, we'll bring it up in conversation.
Yeah.
So and then I did.
Yeah.
And then that's when he was like, oh no, I own like a spa. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm like, I do full body waxing.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
Yeah. It's so crazy.
That's how we connected.
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Chatty too. That man, he'd be talking to everyone. You would look at him.
That's why we loved him. We were like, he's so nice,
Yeah.
and the baby's so cute,
I love her.
and you know, we're like, dang, we don't know their name.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, they're just the best, and I feel like Zara gets recognized more than anyone. Like everyone just loves her and sees her and gets so
She's
excited.
so cute. And then since I'm a mom, I'm just like,
Right.
oh, babies. I'm like,
You're
they're
like, I
so
love it.
cute.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
I'm like, I can hold you.
Yeah, totally. She probably let you. I feel like she sees you more than
She's so nice.
most people. Yeah, that's
and
so
I feel
funny.
like we watched her kind of grow too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, she's
Totally.
so big.
Yeah, and they go there freaking every single day. So I'm sure you're like a daily. That's like how they are here. They'll come by like almost every day, and it's like just watching it before your eyes.
Exactly.
Well, I know that you mentioned that you obviously are an esthetician, but you have a couple other jobs. But share a little bit about who you are, what you do, your spiel, and then we can kind of get into how you started. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Melanie,
Yes.
and I am a full body waxer here in Lake Mary. My business is Pure Glow by Mel. I've been in business for about 4 years. 2025.
Yeah.
And then I do work part-time at Starbucks.
Nice.
And I'm a mom
Yes.
and a wife, so
Yes.
I have a lot.
Yes, a lot on your plate, girl.
Yes, a lot.
When you decided to go to beauty school, did you always growing up want to do beauty school, or what did that look like for you? What were you like in high school, middle school? Were you a good student, bad student?
No, I hated school.
I also hated
Yeah,
school.
I did not like school. My mom was just like, just graduate high school, Mel.
Yeah.
Like, just do that. I don't care if you go to college. Like, just finish high school. Just
Right.
get your high school degree, your diploma. And I was like, okay, like I did. And I had no intention of going to college. Like, I'm like, school is not for me.
No.
I don't like it. I did work right away, right after like school. And then when I was a kid, like things I remember, I've always kind of was artistic. I wanted to be like an artist, but I suck at drawing. Sure. I suck at drawing.
Sure.
Then I wanted to be a photographer for a long time. Like I was really into like photography, taking pictures. And then I got into doing nails. And then I was like, okay, that's it. My mom and my sister worked in like the medical field. I'm like, I know I don't want to do medical stuff. And just the thought of schooling for that stuff.
Right.
I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what I wanted. I went through like different phases. I wanted to be like a bartender. Like random stuff.
Like proper bartending in general. You make a ton of money, and it's actually really not intense, but like detailed. And I think that that's a very cool industry to be in.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about that, but all my girlfriends that have done that as like their proper career and work at these really cool speakeasies and stuff, I'm like, It's very cool. You get to meet people.
So I
like,
wanted to do that, like go to mixology class. And
that's what I'm saying. Like that. Yeah, like that's so cool.
Yeah. But I don't know what happened with that. I landed on nails.
Sure.
And then my mom's like, okay, my mom did cosmetology like back in the day. So she's like, why don't you do cosmetology? And I'm like, okay. So I did cosmetology. I suck at nails. Suck at it.
Why? Because it's so little and detailed?
Well, when we were learning of the acrylic at that time, because like there was like no gel X and stuff like that. So it was like acrylic. No. Too tedious for me. Like I loved like doing the designs and stuff. Yeah. But no.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
And then I loved the hair. I love hair.
So are you a full cosmetologist then?
Yes and no. Okay. I don't have my license. I never renewed it. So when I was in beauty school.
Was this in Florida as well?
Yes. Okay. And when I was in beauty school, I like figured out that I don't like hair as much as I thought. Right. Hair's hard. I hate cutting hair. Yeah. Because I'm very picky with my own hair. Right. Like I will legit cry in the seat if it doesn't come out the way I like it. But I love to color hair. I loved coloring it. But they're like, no, if you're going to color it, you have to cut it and you have to blow dry it. And I'm like, no. Probably not. There was no such thing back then as just people who color hair. Specializing. You had to do it all. Yeah. So then, you know, they do little segments in cosmetology. You do a little bit of skin, a little bit of hair, mainly hair, but like, and then nails. When we did the skin, loved it.
He's like, this feels right.
This is for me. Yeah. My aunt has also been an esthetician and she like did it her whole life. So I saw her as well do like aesthetic stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, skin is the way to go. So I kind of did cosmetology. I did my licensing. I didn't pass.
Stop.
Yeah, by 3 points.
No.
Yes.
Can you share what school you went to?
I went to Daytona State.
Okay. Did you enjoy your schooling experience?
Yeah. I mean, again, it was school, but I feel like it was better for me because it was like kind of like an everyday thing. Sure. It wasn't just like every other day or something. I was there every day, kind of like high school. Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And then after that, I went back to school for my aesthetics license.
Okay. So you did separate programs.
Yes.
Okay. Share a little bit about what it's like to go back after you're finished. Would you feel like you were prepared? Like, I feel like when I've worked in beauty schools for a really long time. That's kind of how I started my career. When I would have students who would take multiple programs, I feel like the other two programs were almost harder because you already did it once and you almost have like senioritis. Yeah. Did you feel like you were just so ready to be done with it too and just ready to start your career? In a way. I was just like, why didn't I start here? Sure. And then my aesthetics was Florida College of Natural Health. So it was in Maitland. Okay. And then I lived like in Volusia County. So I'm like, Daytona State was the one right there in Volusia County. So it was closer to me. Yeah. As in now every day I'm driving to Maitland. Totally. And I'm like, And it's like downtown. Parking is crazy. Yes. The traffic is crazy. I'm such a grandma. I hate driving down there because the traffic is so crazy. The days that it rains, I'm such an anxious driver during the rain. I get that. Gripping the steering wheel. Yeah, for real. And you can't miss though. So it's like, what other choice do you have? Exactly. Because again, it's like every single day. Right. So I went back to aesthetics and I did makeup as well. Oh, cool. Over there, okay, nice. So when you're doing all of these programs, what are you thinking your goal is long term? What are you thinking you want to do in the long haul? I always knew I wanted to open up my own business. Okay, cool. Like that was always like the end goal for me. I wanted to have my own business. Yeah. And I wanted to do like facials and things like that. I was not thinking more of body waxing. Sure. It was always just going to be like facials and doing skincare stuff. Yeah. And then as soon as I finished and got my license, I went right into working at a waxing center. Okay, sure. So that's where my world opened up to body waxing. Did you like waxing in school? We did touch on it, but like, you know, little things like brows, lips, you know, nothing crazy. Totally. So not until I went into working at a waxing center did I open up. And you learn quick. Yes. And the progress is quick and the skill. I mean, I always suggest, you know, those places are around for a reason, right? Quick waxing studios, quick kind of in and out facial places, like those things exist for a reason because they teach you so much and they might not be here forever. I look at them as stepping stones, really. It's good to get some of that footing because this industry is hard, right? And being able to learn that way and learn quickly and learn through like a big corporation does kind of set you up for success. Tell me about your experience working there. Did you like it? Did you learn a lot?
Oh, definitely.
What was that like for you?
Definitely learned a lot right in. Like, my license didn't even come in the mail yet before I got hired. And then they were like, okay, you could like shadow until we have all your stuff. Then you could start like practicing.
Sure.
I'm like, all right, cool. I was super nervous to do a Brazilian.
Of course.
And then I never had a Brazilian. And then they were like, no, you have to have one so you could know what it's like. And I'm like, oh, great.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
So did that, survived it.
Yeah, right.
And it teaches you so many things. I worked at 2 different waxing companies, waxing centers.
Nice.
And I feel like I learned a lot from each one when it comes to like techniques and things like that. And it made me so much confident. Yeah. So I'm just like, wow.
What about waxing do you love so much?
I would say it is kind of like the instant gratification that you get, because like you could see the change as soon as they come in than when they leave. Like, you know, especially like when it comes to brows or like facial waxing, like you could see it right then and there. Absolutely. And then I feel like seeing their look, like, oh my God, they look so nice. Or I love when people like rave about their brows. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I did that. Yeah. And I'm like, when I was in school, I sucked at brows.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of wax skill education, right? It's a lot of just how to do it. Yeah. It's not a lot of detail oriented.
And how to like map the face. Correct. And all this stuff. And
face mapping was not a thing when I was in school.
No.
I went to school in 2015. Okay. There was none of that. No, right?
There's not.
And now, you know, I look at these videos and the string, and I worked in permanent makeup for a long time. And so I'm very familiar now with brow mapping and just mapping in general. And I'm like, wow, this would have been a great tool to have back then. Because it's so different now.
And I feel like the way I map my brows, I don't even use a string, because I'm like, oh, that's so new for me. Like, what? Like, what is a string? And I do permanent makeup as well.
Oh, cool. Yes, okay, nice.
I do ombre powder brow.
Oh, nice.
But I'm still a beginner.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a whole world in itself, and that's hard. Permanent makeup is tough.
Yes.
I worked at this permanent makeup studio in Vegas for about a year, and the girl that I worked for was incredible. I'll share her stuff with you after, because you should follow her. Ink by Brit. We love her. The most excellent brow artist I've ever seen. Brows, liner, and lips. That was really her jam. The things I would see working for her. That's what this industry is, though. And I'm sure we'll touch on this a little bit too, because we kind of just said, but you learn so much every day in this industry. And it really is up to you to have your mind open to receiving that, because the industry changes every day so quickly, 1 year to the next, so different. And really being a sponge is your best asset.
Definitely. Everything is something new all the time. All these trends that you have to keep up with. And yeah, it's always something.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Not easy.
So you decide that you kind of want to niche down to waxing. You work at these waxing studios. How long after you are licensed do you decide to open your own business and your own suite?
So it wasn't until 2019, the beginning of 2019, that I left the like waxing centers, and then I got pregnant. Oh, so I took a break. Yeah. I didn't do nothing. I was blessed to just stay home for that bit. And then I was gonna let it all go. Yeah, like I was just like, mom life is gonna be my life now. Totally. Like I'll just get a regular like paycheck job, and you know, it is what it is until it comes up again. Yeah. I still did like clients from my house, like, you know. Yeah. And after I had the baby, about like, she was like 4 months old, then I started applying for jobs. Sure. And that's where I got my job at Starbucks.
Were you ready to start working pretty quickly, or did you feel like you were nervous to balance motherhood and working, or what did that look like for you?
I didn't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I get that. You know, I never wanted to.
Sure.
But and then COVID happened.
Right.
I was like,
so stressful.
Yes.
I know.
I started working at Starbucks like March of 2020.
Stop.
Right before COVID happened.
Sure.
And then COVID happened. I actually took a leave because I'm like, oh my goodness, I have a newborn. Yes. Totally, I don't know what.
And I'm around the maximum public, right? Like Starbucks is one of those jobs where it's like,
it didn't close.
Everyone can go.
Yeah, it didn't close.
Yeah.
So they accepted my leave, which I was blessed for that. Right. And then it was a month long. So I said, okay, after the month, if they take me back, I'll go, I'll keep my word. And if not, then it's not for me. Like, you know, and they took me back. So I was like, okay, cool.
Was it the same location this whole time?
Yeah, same location the whole time. Nice. And so then I went back to work, and then I've been working part-time, and so that's 2020. And it wasn't until 2021 that I went more into like, I want to start doing this skin again. Like, I'm paying for this. Like, I'm still have student loans. Like, I have a license. People ask me. So, and that's what I want. Like, that was always my goal, to own my own business. Right. I'm like, I know I'm not meant to stay here. I'm meant to be my own boss. Yeah, totally. I do know. I'm meant to be my own boss. Totally. So that's when I started kind of being more into opening up my business, building a brand for myself. Yeah. It's overwhelming. So you're sitting there and you have your part-time job and you're like, okay, but this is what I want. What is the first step that you take? Do you make your Instagram? Do you come up with your branding? Do you lay out your services? Like, when take me back to that moment when you're sitting there and you're like, this is what I want to do. What is your first step? So I already had an Instagram, like, kind of separate from my personal, because I wanted to be like an influencer, and I wanted to like be like a skin, girl who talks about different skin stuff and just vlog. So I already had like my separate Instagram. So, and then I just revamped it. I feel like I'm always revamping my Instagram. I feel like that too. Even the spas, my personal, like, I always am like, I hate it. I'm like, it looks bad. And now like the aesthetics change, and then you change as a person. So your personal aesthetics change. So I'm like, I have to now let it match. So funny. I was just thinking about that this morning. I was looking at the spa and my Instagram, and I was like, I'm scrapping it. New year, new highlight bubbles, new aesthetic. Exactly. It's hard though. It's so I feel like I've gone through so many changes on my poor Instagram. You scroll all the way down, you can see like, wow, she grown. Yes. I just archive all my old stuff. I'm like, I don't want to. I've done that too, but I'm like, it keeps me humble. Totally. People see it like the old stuff. Like, you had no idea what I used to look like. I looked crazy. Yes. I'm like, wow, I posted that and felt so confident. No wonder it didn't pop off. I understand why. Yes. Okay, so you've been doing that. This was in what year? 2021, you said? Yeah, that's when I fully like opened my business. How has it been 2021 to now, 2026? How has it been for you balancing all of it? Wife life, mom life, business owner, and being an employee. Like, what has that looked like for you? It's been a crazy ride. Yeah. It's been a crazy ride. I was actually a single mom when I opened up my business when I first started. So it was a big push to like have something mine, and then also I have a little girl. So like, just to show her like, you're capable, like you could do anything you set your mind to. So that was like such a big push for me to like do it. Yeah. And I was still doing it from my home. I actually remodeled a she shed. Nice. Yeah. And my stepdad, like, he knew how to do all the handiwork. So he put on like water for me. He did the light. I had a separate entrance. So like, even though I was home based, it was separate. And I'm like, something that's mine, I built literally from the ground up. That's so fun. Yeah. And it was just so empowering. Absolutely. I was there for 2 years, and then I got remarried. Nice. And then we moved to this side, Seminole. Okay, wait, how did you guys meet? Oh, we met at Target. Stop. That's so funny. He used to work there. And since I work in the Starbucks inside of Target. So we were coworkers. Yeah, you're like, hey. A little love story. Hey. Yeah, that's cute. I love that. So, it was just a lot. It was a lot, obviously personal, and then trying to build this up. And then my daughter was still little. She's 6 now, but she was a baby. Yeah. So it was a wild ride. Yeah. I've been in my new location here in Lake Mary for going on 2 years this year. Nice. And just to see the growth, like, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. It's so crazy. I'm like, sometimes I wanted to give up, and I'm still not fully to the point where I'm doing my business full time. Sure. So that is also like a struggle. Yeah. But I'm like, no, every year I'm getting closer. And I'm like, oh my, now I finally start to see, like, I'm seeing it like closer than ever. It clicks. It seriously is almost overnight where it just makes sense, right? The pre-books happen, the referrals happen, and when you get a little bit of that success, it seriously, it happens so quickly. I can almost guarantee probably within the next 6 months for you, it'll probably absolutely be that's the goal, your full-time shtick. That's the goal. That's so awesome. 2025 was like my biggest year.
Yeah.
Like I made over my yearly goal. I made
nice.
it in
That's
July.
So
Yes. I made my yearly goal in July.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Yeah. Like, why did I, and then I'm like, okay, let's go higher. Like, why did I set this up for the whole year? I hit this in July.
Right.
So I'm already kind of like over.
Right.
And I just networking, meeting new people, going to networking events, being more confident. Like I know we were talking about like being more confident and doing things too. Cause this is my first time on a podcast.
Totally.
So I was like, yeah, it's just exciting.
It
is.
And this industry is so fun, and it's supposed to be so fun, and you meet cool people and you have cool experiences, and yeah, it's just so, I love to hear the success part of someone's business journey because it is so hard. If someone is listening to this and they're in a similar position that you were a couple of years ago and a little apprehensive and it's like, oh, what do I do? What advice do you have to give to them?
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Just don't. It's hard. Like, you know, you really got to have that mindset. And there's times where, I am in a slump and I'm like, I don't want to do no appointments. I'm super tired. I work a regular job. I'm a mom, like, you know, all these things. I don't want to post online. I don't want to make content. Like, I don't want to get dressed up. Like, and you just got to push through it. Like, because when you do go and you show up and you see like that transformation that, you know, your clients like are in love with you, that fills me. I'm like, I'm such a words of affirmation girly. Like that's how I show, that's my love language.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I get emo. I'm like, please tell me that you love me.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, please. Yes. Please tell me you love your brows. That was the best.
Yes.
So all that, like that brings me like the motivation to keep doing it.
Right.
And I'm like, and I also want to do it be able to spend time more with my daughter, like be able to build my own schedule, to be able to be like, hey, my daughter's sick. I'm sorry. Like, let's reschedule. And, you know, I don't have to sit here and like explain my whole life story to a boss of why I needed a day off.
Begging for it, right? When your kid, your real life is what matters.
Yes.
Totally.
Or we're like, dang, like, let's just play hooky for a day or something. Like, mommy and me day.
She's in school now?
Yes.
Okay, that's so fun. How has it been balancing her and being your own boss and setting up boundaries? How has that been? Because I know that that's hard.
Yeah. So where I work at, we have like, you know, a little like waiting room area, lounge, and I'm kind of like getting her used to like coming to work with me. Like, let's watch some movies, let's, you know, play, and mommy has to work. So, and she's like, you're gonna do brows? I'm like, I'm gonna do brows. She doesn't know yet about all that stuff. I'm like, cute. I'm gonna do brows. And she's doing really well. Like, of course she's a kid, and sometimes she gets like, you know, wants to be up in the business. Like, and I'm just like, girl, if my door's locked, you know how to go to the bathroom by yourself. Like, you don't need to tell me you need to go to the bathroom. Just go. Yeah. And I am blessed that like my clients, they understand and they see it too. They're like, you know, you're doing awesome. And I always try for it not to obviously interfere with their time, because that's their self-care time. And I think that's very important. So I'm like, you know, obviously if I have to bring her, I will, because that's my child. But if not, then if she's at school or doing any aftercare activities, then like I take that time to dedicate it to my clients. So Can we touch on, so I don't have any kids, but I hear a lot about the phrase mom guilt. Okay. Is that something that you have ever experienced? How do you persevere through it? If someone is listening and they maybe just had a baby or they're about to go back to work and they're about to start learning that balance, do you have any advice for women in that season of their life? It's hard. Everything. And mom life is hard in general, but like mom guilt is so real. And you just have to understand that like your baby does not think that stuff. Like, and even now she's 6 years old and I still get mom guilt. Like, I'm not doing enough, or, you know, I didn't hang out enough with her today. But it's just really all in your head. And your mind is your worst enemy. I know I say all this and I need to practice it too.
You're like, wow, actually that was pretty good. Yeah. Let me remember that.
I need to practice what I preach.
Totally. Don't we all?
It's never ending. I don't feel like it's ever gonna end. It gets easier as they get more independent. Sure. But then there's, even when she shows independence, I'm like, come. Right. You're like,
babe, but mommy,
you don't want me no more?
Like, what do you mean you don't need me?
Yeah. Please. So, totally. And then there's times where like I don't have her and I don't know what to do with myself. Right. And I'm like, I need my baby. Like,
where's my best friend?
Yeah, there's something missing.
Totally.
Like, I have free time. Like, what do I do with this? Yeah.
Like, there's no one who's pulling on me. No one needs me.
No one wants to play Barbies.
That's crazy. I'll play Barbies by myself.
Yeah, exactly. I love playing Barbies.
That's so funny. That's cute. That's fun. That's such a fun age too, where she really probably has such a personality.
Oh,
and
girl
is talking like a real.
The personality is real.
Yeah,
she's a lot like me. I mean, is always been me until I got married. Totally. So it was just the two of us, right. And it's hard having a girl. I love that she's like me. Yeah, I love it. Right. But don't be like me to me. I can't handle that.
Be normal to me. Yes.
Yeah, be nice to me. You could be tough and strong to other people.
Right, totally. Yeah. Hard-headed, maybe.
Yes.
Do you envision any more babies?
Yes and no. Yeah. I really do want, I know deep down inside, I want another one. Yeah. And then sometimes she says like, I want a little brother. I'm like, I would love a boy too, but we don't know what we'll get.
Totally.
But yeah, I feel like once, obviously like finances and things like that get a lot better, then maybe. I don't want to wait till she's already 6. So I'm like, I don't want to wait neither until she's like 10. Like, I think by then I'll be like, no. And I'm almost 30. So. Yeah.
I get it.
My time is ticking.
Advanced maternal age. That's what they say. Isn't it like after 34 or something? It's like,
I don't know, but I'm if I don't have a kid by 34, I'm not having one. Yeah. If I don't have another one.
I don't blame you. We had a guest come in a few weeks ago, if I may, who she was pregnant with she had one 20 years ago, and she was 47 and was pregnant with her second. The kids were like 20 something years in difference. I'm like, that's crazy. To be pregnant in your late 40s that's hard. Yeah. No. That's really hard.
I also feel like I'm starting to feel more independent too. So sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely start all over again with the little baby. I love it. I know myself more, know my body more. But then I'm like, do I want that? My independence to be just taken away all over again. And then the mom guilt, the postpartum, like that also. So things like that keep me from having another one. But I know deep down, like I do.
Can you touch on what your postpartum experience was like? Was it tricky? Do you feel like you handled it pretty okay? What was that like for you?
Yeah, I had a little bit of anxiety. I thankfully didn't have like depression and stuff. I have the normal baby blues. I don't know if you've heard of that. Yeah. Like it's like the first like 3 weeks or a month that you're just crying over everything. Like, so I had that.
And that's all of your hormones just like kind of going back.
Regulating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had a couple anxiety. Like I had a little bit of trouble with breastfeeding. Sure. So I became kind of obsessed with like counting her diapers, especially when she was a newborn. Yeah. And then when I took her to her first like pediatrician appointment, she kind of like lost weight when like they're supposed to be gaining weight. Right. So I had a supplement with formula. Forget it. I thought I was starving her.
I am the worst mom.
I thought I was starving her. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm starving her. And then I saw how good she took the formula. Yeah. And I'm like, breastfeeding, done.
Yeah, totally.
Done. Out the door.
And I'm so glad that our society has pivoted to what a healthy newborn situation looks like, because I can imagine when our parents had us, breastfeeding was the only option, right? Like, I'm sure pumping devices existed, but it wasn't as common. And I know that formula was an option, but I know it was really frowned upon. And I'm so glad that that's not the case anymore, because obviously I watched Jenna get pregnant and go through her breastfeeding journey and how tricky it was for her. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so good. Yeah. Like that sounds really hard, right? And being able to do it without a lot of pushback seems nice. Yeah. My mom didn't breastfeed. My sister did though, like the whole time. Yeah. And so I'm like, I kind of had both. Sure. And I'm like, okay, they say, oh, but they get all the nutrients and they won't get sick. And I'm like, my daughter's healthy. She don't get sick. Yeah. Like, she's fine. And she's taking the bottle. Totally. And her dad could give her the bottle. Like, that part too. You're like, hi, who's going to help me? Yeah. Yeah. So once she took the bottle, thankfully she doesn't have like allergies. And I know that's like a thing too. Of course. Yeah. So I was very blessed. So I feel like, the anxiety kind of stood with me a little bit. I still till this, I think it probably always will. Yeah. Just always making sure that she's okay. And like my whole heart is like outside of my body, just like out, You know what I think about with Zara a lot? I think about if one day some girl or boy, but hurt her feelings or like, you know, I'm sure you look at your daughter the same way I look at Zara similarly of like, you are the most perfect angel to ever walk this earth. If anyone is ever mean to you, I will kill them.
They're gonna get these hands. Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I can't even imagine the first day that your daughter comes home and is crying because of someone else. Like, what do you do?
I had my first like mama bear moment, like at the park with her. And I went 0 to 100. Like my watch even told me like your heart rate is high. And I was just like, I know why. Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah.
And bless whoever comes after Zara ever, because not only am I maybe going to be so protective, but
she's going to have a crew behind her.
But Jenna, man, I would not.
Yes.
I would not want to mess with her.
And then, you know, it's funny because they're like, oh, like, you don't know until it happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you do not know how you're going to act or how you're going to react until you're in a situation that someone's messing with your child.
Yeah. I can
like, absolutely not.
And then you become, you are outside of your body.
Yeah. I'm like, this parent better get their child before I do. If you're not going to parent your child the right way, I sure will.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
no, I totally agree.
Yeah. Because if my daughter was acting out of line, I'll be right there to put her straight.
Yes, of course.
So I expect the same.
I seriously like fear if that day ever comes for me, because I'm a psycho, like seriously, about people that are not even like my brother, my little brother. I say little, he's 25. Literally, if anyone looks at him sideways, I will hit them. I'm freaking this big, but I will. So don't mess with him, right? He's like a grown man. I can only imagine.
But you also learn patience.
Sure.
I was known, or still kind of am, I guess. I don't know. But I was really hothead, like back in high school and stuff. Yeah. Like Melanie, don't even look at her sideways. Yeah. Like she will tell you 1 or 2 things.
Totally.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? Probably like the nicest person you ever met. But you know, that RBF is so real with me.
I think it's the dark features.
Yeah.
I think that because 2 of my girls here, they both have dark features, dark hair, light eyes. And I think that there's something about that juxtaposition of the dark features. You just look more intimidating, right? Like I have these light features and people are like, oh, she, la, la, la. I'm like, no, I'm crazy too. But like, there is something about like the dark features. I think that just makes people,
I think it's like a defense also mechanism. Like I don't know you, like I'm gonna have my guard up,
of course.
But then okay, cool, you pass the test, you're breaking a little wall down. So now I'm gonna be the nicest person you ever met, and I'm gonna do everything for you that I can, you know.
And I'm nice and sweet and happy.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, you don't even get the time to know me, and that's your fault, you know.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm like, I don't want everyone to have access to me like that. I'm big on that.
Because I'm sensitive. I look tough.
I cry.
Yeah, I look tough, but I'm sensitive. Like, I will cry.
Yes, I feel the same way. And that's my secret is I might be a little rough on the outside. Not even. I'm like, I'm really tough, okay? I'm actually not. I cry about everything now. I didn't used to be, but in the last, 2 years, oh my God, I can't stop crying. Aww. Everything I look at makes me so emotional. As I've gotten older, I don't know what it is. I just am a big softie now.
Therapy helps with that.
Yeah, I know.
I learned that the hard way though, because I'm very emotional too. Especially everyone says I put so much on my plate. They're like, you're doing 1,000,001 things. Yeah. And then when you finally have time to rest, you're an emotional wreck. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I do 1,000,001 things. So I don't feel these feelings that make me an emotional wreck.
Absolutely. And I get that comment a lot. I'm sure you do too. Because similarly, my plate is always full. I get the comment a lot, like, how do you do it all? Or like, what other choice do I have?
Yeah, delusion.
But it's like, who else is going to handle this stuff? Right? Like, what other choice do I have?
You just got to do it.
That's life, babe.
I feel like now, now that I'm married and stuff, and he's obviously like a big part of my life.
Sure.
My husband.
Right, of course.
But I was so used to doing everything myself.
Of course.
So it's like I have to take that now out and be like, share the load. Yeah. And that's hard for me.
Absolutely.
Because I'm like, who's going to do it as good as me? Like,
of course.
I'm doing it myself.
Especially when it's about your daughter. You're like, that's my girl.
Yeah. So it's definitely like, okay, trust the process.
Absolutely.
Trust.
Can you talk and touch a little bit on what it was like dating and having a personal life with having a small baby?
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a lot of like self-esteem, like who's going to love me with a baby? Like, you know, especially if the other person doesn't have kids or something. So those are like thoughts that go through my head, especially she was so little. Right. And I'm like, you know, you never know. I mean, you never know. Right. I was blessed that he's an amazing guy, and he's basically her dad. Like, you know, no one will ever know. They even say she looks like him. And I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. That's her dad. Yeah. No doubt about it. Totally. He was in her life from a very young age too. So it's kind of like not different as if, let's say now, like if she was 6 or something, it'll be a lot different. Totally. So to her, like, that's her dad, you know? But yes, when it comes to the like discipline and things like that, that is hard sometimes. I'm sure. Cause I'm just like, oof, that's my baby. But I'm like, okay, you know what you're doing. You're her dad. You've been here long enough too. Yes, like, okay, fine. Fine. She loves you more than me.
Right. Yeah. My mom was a single mom most of my life, and she didn't start dating again until me and my brother were a little older. My mom was single for like 16 years because she wanted to be with the kids, and she wanted to handle her work and handle the kids and not bring, you know, a bunch of different guys to the house or not have that extra stress, because we already had so much. She had so much on her plate too. And I always think about how much moms sacrifice and give up and make changes or adjust when the babies are their focal point. Because there was my mom with 2 kids in high school going on her first date in a million years because she was like waiting for us to be old enough to be like cognizant about what was going on. And I always find those stories to be so interesting because my mom was so selfless, and it's hard. It is. Like, it's so hard. I wish I could go back and hug her and be like, it's okay. Like, you'll fight. And then she's obviously remarried now since, and, you know, I'm like, it will be okay.
It turned out okay. Totally. I had a lot of support from my family.
Yeah.
Like,
awesome.
My parents, my sister, like, they are so supportive. Awesome. And of course, like, when I first got back into dating, he didn't meet her right away. He knew about her. Of course, yeah. But like, you know, I waited a few because even though she was young and she wouldn't understand that, but again, I didn't want that neither.
Like the energy. Yeah. And it's like having access to you. It's like, you don't get to meet my baby.
No, you don't.
It's my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless I know like it's for real, like it's for real. And when we started like dating and being more serious, no one knew. Really? It was like low key. And really? I was looking back on my Instagram, and I didn't post a picture of him until we were like almost 2 years.
Oh, wow. Together. Oh, low key.
Yeah, it was like a year and 6 months.
I get that. I'm kind of like that too. Like, I don't want to share all of that stuff. I like to keep elements of my private life private.
And I feel like that's why we have such a healthy relationship. Yeah. Because of that. Because no one knew, and we kept on and down low. Like, and whoever needed to know knew. Absolutely. And that was it.
Absolutely. So. Were you still working together at that time?
When you
first started dating?
Yes.
Okay. Is that like taboo, or like, are you allowed to date?
No, as long as he wasn't like a leader or like a manager and stuff, then it was fine. We were both regular, and we both worked kind of separate schedules too. Yeah. So he stopped working there, and of course I'm still there, but not for long, hopefully.
Not for long. Sorry. Yes. Okay, so then in going back to your business then, 2026 is here. What goals do you have for yourself? What intentions do you have for yourself? Do you have like a word or a mantra that you're following this year? You know, what does Glow by Mel look like this year?
So lots of changes still.
Yeah.
I still want to keep the momentum of how I was in 2025, just stepping out of my comfort zone, meeting new people, and just like networking more. I do have a goal to be full-time with Pure Glow by July. Yeah. So just doing things to get there, like, you know, just promote, do more content, show myself. So I'm doing this segment right now because I'm in my last couple of days of being 20s.
Ooh, when's your birthday?
January 15th.
Oh my gosh, you're turning 30?
I'm turning 30.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm sad.
Okay, but let's really talk about turning 30. I cannot wait for that moment.
Yeah.
I'm not far behind you. I think the 30s really are the best decade. I really, really, truly believe that. I have learned so many crazy lessons and been through so much bullshit.
Everyone says that.
In my 20s. I cannot wait to be in my 30s What are your thoughts about entering your 30s?
So everyone that is 30 have like in their 30s have said that to me. They're like, it's amazing. Leave the 20s behind. Yes. Leave, you know, new start, new chapter, new decade. Right. Like, you know, so I'm like, okay. So before I was a little more like emotional because I don't feel like I'm where I want to be yet for being 30. I felt like I would be a lot, you know, I always set the bar high for myself. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm not where I want to be. But now that it's getting closer, I'm like, okay, there's no stopping it. So might as well, you know, just, I'm trying to build better habits. So just like be in a better routine, doing a lot of self-care on myself because I've always saying like, self-care is important. You have to be, you know, a happy mom is a good, like, you know, the best mom, you know, all this stuff. So I need to, again, practice what I preach and do things that are going to make me love myself. Absolutely. So going into my 30s. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's so exciting. Are you celebrating big? Are you having a big party?
No.
Oh, that's okay.
Very low key. Very nothing.
No, please. I'm begging. No more attention to it.
Yeah, no. It's just going to be like any other day. And, but I am, it is a milestone.
It is.
You know, even though.
It's a blessing, you know, because the alternative is
being sad here. It's not gonna stop it from happening.
Totally.
So that's why I'm like, okay, like, you know, it is what it is. I'm embracing it. And yeah, I'm happy to go on and see myself on this journey. And especially knowing how much I grew in 2025. I'm just like, wow. Like, I got this. Like, I am capable of it. So that's where that's the mindset I'm going in for this year. Like, you know, this is going to happen for me. I've been working really hard. It shows, you know, this will, in September will be 5 years in business. And every year that I look back, it's more growth. So that means I'm doing something right.
Absolutely.
Doing something right.
And I think too, you're in a really interesting spot. And I meant to touch on this earlier and I kind of forgot, but when you take the leap and put all the eggs in the one basket, which is scary, right? Because I'm sure you get your typical paycheck at your other job and it's reliable and you have a baby. And so I totally get it. But when you really take the chance on yourself and put all of your effort into your business, yes, it can be challenging in the beginning for, you know, a couple weeks, couple months, but you just get to pursue what you actually care about. And then there is no plan B. You have no choice but to make it happen. And that's kind of where you're at is, okay, like I'm going to leave a bit of this stability to take a chance on myself. And I always am pushing the girls or whoever. We had one girl who she worked in a restaurant and did this for almost a year. And she was so over the restaurant. And I was like, I'm going to hold your hands when I say this. You have to leave, right? Like, I know it's scary. And I know it's hard. And I know that you make a ton of money there because it's easy and quick. And it's like tips and things like that. But it wasn't immediate, but she made the jump and she made the switch and now she's fully booked and her books are busy. And it's like, you took a chance on yourself and you made it happen because you didn't have another option.
That part.
And it's really important to remember that in your journey. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I'm excited. And that too, like knowing like I have a kid, you know, like I have adult bills, like, you know, like, so that does keep me there at my, like, you know, the 9 to 5.
And I think they have excellent health insurance there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I'm not like full time. So I don't get all the benefits. Like I always say, like I'm part-time there, part-time in my business, and that makes like my full time. But, I lost my train of thought.
You have like adult bills and you have like some responsibility.
Oh yeah, but I do know like eventually I need to take that leap because like, or else I will always be the same. Totally. You know? And again, like my husband's very supportive and he's very like go. Yeah. Even when I made the shift to move to Lake Mary, because now I'm going to be paying rent. Right. So like that was like a big thing too. And I'm like, wow, I made it. I'm going on 2 years and I've been paying like weekly rent. So I could do this. That's like, so you know, exciting. So.
And it's those little things that it's like I was able to make money after paying my rent. That's a huge win. A lot of businesses are not profitable their first couple of years, right? And so if you have money left over after all the bills are paid, you're doing good. Really.
And it's like that too. Like all my tips went into my business. Everything went to I was not paying myself barely. Right. Like, you know, so that's why like my other job was for everything else. And I like my other job too. Yeah. Though. I love making the drinks. Yeah. So that's my bartender life.
Right. And you get to be social and you get to meet all different people and go to work. Like there's something that's so nice about being an employee. You don't have to like make all the decisions. You don't have to, you just show up and do your job and go home. Yeah. Like that sounds nice. Yeah, like I want to do that.
It is nice taking drinks and meeting people, connecting with people. But totally. I do know like it's a phase. Yeah, like, totally. It's not where I'm meant to be at.
Totally. Well, it's really exciting. I'm really happy for you. I think that this year is going to be huge for you. It will. And I'm excited to see, this time next year or the end of the year next year, how much you grow and what your business looks like. And if you're still at the same spot, if you go somewhere bigger, if you get an apprentice, like there really are so many avenues you can go next. And that's very exciting.
I know. I want to like, my next goal would be probably to do like a networking event, like, and host like,
holler at me. Yeah. Let me know. I'd love to go. Yeah. I'm inviting myself. I would love to be there.
And attend more events.
Yes, absolutely. I know we talk about that all the time here too. I would love to host a big event too, but
yeah, I did my first business coaching in 2025, and it was like a 6-week program, and I absolutely loved it. It was like I spent a lot of money on it, but it was an investment. So I was like, it shifts the gears in my brain. Like there's a lot that goes into it, but you could also do a lot more than just waxing, than just like doing facials. Like you could do like ebooks, trainings, like so all those type of things I would love to like kind of explore. Absolutely. And I have all the ideas in my brain. Yeah. It's just putting it out there.
The physicality of it is hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Well, I cannot wait to see where this year takes you. Seriously, you are such a joy. This was such a fun conversation, and you are making your little girl proud, for real. Oh, you're just the best. Of course. So tell everyone where they can find you, how they can book with you, any specials you have going on for the first part of the year. Share where everyone can find you.
Okay, great. So I am on Instagram, Pure Glow by Mel. And then my website is, everything's going to be Pure Glow by Mel, pureglowbymel.com to book appointments, to buy products. My Instagram to stay up to date. I'm mainly on Instagram, but I'm also on Facebook, Pure Glow by Mel for Facebook as well. And I don't have any specials at the moment. I'm hoping for February for, Love Day. Yes. Fun. To do something is still in the works. And those are all my info.
Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. This was so fun. Me. Yes, it's my pleasure. You did great. We're doing hard things this year, guys. Yes. This year we're taking our life into our own hands and doing things that are hard. So
and getting it done and doing a good job.
Absolutely. Yes. New year, new us.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode, and we will see you next time. Bye.